Welcome Tiger fans to RHS Football 2024.
This is Mike White with Coaches Talk. We're here today with head football coach of the Ripley High School Tigers, Coach Jordan Garner. Coach, thanks for being with us.
Glad to be here, Mr. Mike.
Coach, last Friday night didn't end up exactly like we wanted it to. The defense played the lights out.
Absolutely.
Still had a chance to win it at the end of the game, and things just didn't work out our way. So, kind of what's your take on the game?
Like you said, our defense played as good as you could ask our defense to play. That's kind of what I've been preaching to our team and telling people is our defense is top notch. Our defense is one of the best in my opinion, one of the best in the area. But our offense just wasn't up to par the other night. And like you said, we still had opportunities to win as we were right there on the goal line, ready to punch it in, and just kind of fumbled one away right there. So. You learn from your mistakes and you just pick up and kind of move on to the next week, and that's what we've done this week, and are excited to go into this week.
Well, what other than that, what were kind of your takeaways from the game as far as some of the individual standouts? Of course, we all know Sammy had a great night on defense, but what else stands out in your mind?
Yes, sir. Like you said, Sammy did have a great night. Outside of Sammy, though, Austin Thompson had a great night as well, as he had 7 tackles and 4 tackles for loss. Mason DeLoach led us in tackles, as we've come to realize he's always going to do. So he had 13 tackles, and he had his first interception of his career the other night. So, there were some good things and some bad things, but those guys really did have great nights. Jonathan Holcomb was another one who ended up in double-digit tackles on our D-line. So he had a great night as well. And then Sammy really played well for the most part offensively. We just got to find a little more to go with Sammy.
And I noticed Will Rose played well. I think he knocked down a pass at one point.
Yes, sir. He did knock down a pass. That was kind of a big moment for us to get a key stop. So, Will did a great job the other night as well.
Well, how's practice been this week, and how did we come out of that game as far as health-wise?
We came out healthy. Nobody really with any big injuries. We've got some nicks and bruises here and there, but nothing that we weren't able to throw ice on and keep moving with. It's been a great week of practice as we've decided to kind of change some things up front. Is one of the guys you mentioned, Will Rose, will be kind of moving towards the offensive line this year, and he'll kind of go both ways for us this week. And, we're going to try to look to find a little more consistencies. I think that's the word I say all the time with you and Mr. J, is we've just got to be more consistent. So we feel like offensively, if we can get a little more consistent up front, then everything will click offensively for us.
Yeah, I thought, there was plenty to go around, but The offensive line just, I don't know if they just weren't on the same page or exactly what the situation was, but it seemed like we had some breakdowns there from time to time.
Yes, sir. And it's like you said, it seemed like they just weren't on the same page at times. Some guys knew what they were doing, some guys didn't know what they were doing. And it was frustrating from a coach standpoint because we spent all this time on the board, all this time on the field, kind of going through things and making sure things was right. I mean, me and Coach Northcutt sat down with those guys and talked through everything so much this week that it just kind of blew our mind that we were making the mistakes that we were. So, we went back to the drawing board and kind of got things right, hopefully, this week. But we expect big things out of our offensive line this week.
And of course, game one, you expect to make some mistakes and to make some adjustments and move forward and get better. And that's what I know you're planning on doing. Talking about this week's game, though, we go to Crockett County to take on the Cavaliers. We know they're always a well-coached, disciplined team, which is, you could say that pretty much about them any year.
Yes, sir.
What else can you say about them this year?
Well, I mean, like you said, they're hard-nosed, well-coached, but they've got some key players that are really doing good things for them, as they have a big running back there who's really a load to bring down. So our defensive guys are really looking forward to that challenge. They've got a player as well, number 7, who plays safety for them and plays some receiver as well. He's a guy that's one of the better players in the areas. He's got some big-time offers and everything. So we're looking forward to kind of getting that challenge and looking to slow those guys down. But they're going to be hard-nosed. They're going to be in your face, and we just look to make plays.
What are they still running the same type of offense they've ran forever, or are they different this year?
Yes, sir. I mean, they are doing a lot of the same things they've been doing. The thing with Crockett County offensively is they have a bunch of formations for you to go about preparing for. So Coach Northcutt's been working hard at that this week, trying to get our defense prepared for the many formations that they're going to do. But at the end of the day, they want to get downhill and run the ball right at you. They can throw the ball around, but they feel more comfortable, it looks like, running downhill, coming right at you with the big back.
Well, speaking of Coach Northcutt, I saw where he got, defensive coordinator of
yes,
week
sir.
1?
Yes, sir. He was a TNFCA assistant coach of the week for 1A through 3A. So big credit to Coach Northcutt there. As his defense played lights out the other night. They were the only reason, in my opinion, that we were still, had a chance to win that football game. So every bit of that recognition that he got this week was well deserved.
Yeah, congratulations to him. What about defensively as far as Crockett goes?
Defensively, they're a team that will really line up to you based on how you're going to line up to them. So there's a lot of different looks that we've been going over offensively to kind of prepare for the things that they're going to do. But they are fast and physical up front. They're fast and physical with their linebackers, and their secondary kind of plays games with you, and they've got a lot of good athletes back there. So, they're going to line up and they're going to do what they do, but they're going to line up based off of how you line up and kind of force you into trying to make mistakes. So as long as we can stay mistake-free, we feel like we can have a good chance of winning this game this week.
Well, it's been a few years since we beat Crockett, and I know the taste is in everybody's mouth. They'd like to get back there and beat Crockett again, and to do it on their home turf would be even sweeter.
Yes, sir. I mean, the last time we beat them was out here on our field. I can't tell you the last time we beat them on their field. So, they got the new turf and everything going over there, so we want to go out there and get a good win on that turf.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, we want to wish you the very best of luck in tonight's game. We're hopefully have a great crowd that travels over and support the Ripley High School Tigers. And just want to wish you the best of luck and good luck, and we'll see you on the sideline.
Thank you, Mr. Mike. See you there.
Thank you, Coach. Good evening, Tiger fans in West Tennessee and all around the world. Welcome to WTRB and Tiger TV's live broadcast over Ripley High School football, coming to you here from Alamo, Tennessee, home of the Cavaliers. This is Mike White, minus Crazy Horse tonight. He had work he had to go to tonight, so he's not able to make it. So hope you still stay tuned in. Crazy Horse will be back next week. Tonight, the Ripley Tigers 0-1 after a heartbreaking loss last Friday night against the Southside Hawks are taking on the 1-0 Cavaliers, who defeated Jackson Northside last Friday night. So the Tigers trying to get even, the Cavaliers trying to go to 2-0. As we get ready for both teams to come out onto the field, I want to give a shout out to some people that typically listen a lot. Got to give a shout out to Randy Danley, otherwise affectionately known as Red Dog. He just retired today after 45 years with the city. Most people know him through the Park and Rec. He was the administrator or director at the Park and Rec for, I think, the last about 12 or 15 years. But he worked for the city for 45 altogether, and so today it was his last day, and we want to wish him the very best in his retirement, and know that he's going to enjoy that, and wish him a long, healthy, happy retirement. And I got to give a shout out to his sweet wife Nan, one of the sweetest people you'll ever meet. And they had a little reception for him last night, celebrating his retirement, and saw a lot of good people there. And just want to make sure that everybody knows that he's retired, and we appreciate everything he's done for the city of Ripley and for Ripley sports for the last, I don't know, 30-something years that he was with the Park and Rec, I guess. We are here again at let's see, I guess this is Cavalier Stadium. I don't see another name for it anywhere, but we are looking at the new turf they have on the field. Pickswick, obviously a big sponsor, as they've got their name on both sides of the field, but a really good-looking stadium because they put new bleachers, and got to brag on the press box. It's an outstanding press box, as well as the stadium. The rest of the stadium, even on the visitor side, they redid that as well. And again, the turf looks fantastic. They've got a digital scoreboard at the end of the field that adds a whole lot to the experience. And so hope you enjoy the game tonight. The Ripley Tigers, again, ready to take on the Cavaliers of Crockett County. Last week we started talking a little bit about who Tiny Knee was and what all he had done for Ripley High School, and we're going to get some more into that tonight. While we've got a little bit of time, I want to recognize our cheerleaders. The captains this year are Aisha Body and Rhett White, and they are holding up the sign for the Tigers to run through in just a minute. Here they come. The Ripley Tigers come out onto the field. So they take their position on the visitor side. The Cavaliers get ready to run out on their side of the field. And there come the Cavaliers. The rest of the cheerleaders for Ripley include Lainey Woodard, Alyssa Boyd, Linda Burham, Cheyenne Houston, Allie Henderson, Julia Manley, Kaylee Pittman, Dariana Robbins, Reagan Conrad, Emma Heath, Carly Hutchins, Zoe Latham, Emerson Payton, Briley Ray, Taylor Ray Burks, Maddie Carter, Keegan Gaines, Lexi Latham, and Kaylin Perkins, and coached by Coach Bailey Ream. The officials are out in the middle of the field. We are awaiting the toss, I think. I didn't see a toss. Haven't seen the captains meet in the middle of the field, but maybe they did that before we came on there. It looks like maybe they did, because the Cavaliers are already out on the field, and so with Ripley. So evidently, we'll find out who's kicking off, regardless of who won the toss, here just in a moment. A little bit of information: the Ripley Tigers tonight, I believe, looks to me like the way they're lining up, they're probably going to kick off. But as Ripley will change a few things tonight, Super D, Deloach, he's going to be returning punts and kickoffs tonight for the Tigers. So we look forward to that. He brings a lot of excitement to whatever he does. And so Ripley is lined up to kick off. Cavaliers have two back deep, standing at about their 4-yard line. Kicking off for the Taylors, Ty Crawford. And it's football time in Tiger Town, as it's a short end-over-end kick. It's going to hit about the 30, and he's going to down it at about the 28-yard line. So the Cavaliers will go on offense first, starting at their own 28, 1st and 10. So we get ready for the first offensive play of the game, coming from the Cavaliers. I don't have a roster for the Cavaliers. They emailed me one, but I didn't get printed off, so I'll have a little more of an issue looking at their numbers, but we'll get those to you as best we can. The Cavaliers line up with 2 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Shotgun formation, quarterback behind, or one running back behind the quarterback to hand it to him, going off left guard, and he twists and turns and fights for about a yard, maybe 2. Looks like he gets out to the 30, so about a 2-yard pickup. Should make it 2nd and 8 for the Cavaliers. There were some changes made to the offensive and defensive line this week, too. Well, we get on offense, those are the ones that I'm more familiar with. I think there were more changes on the offensive side of the line than the defense. So when we get that, when they come out, we'll try to get those changes brought to your attention. We've got the referees, they stop play for a minute. And here we go. The Cavaliers up to the line. Same formation, except the running back this time stands to the quarterback's right. 2 wide left, 1 to the right. And the referee comes in, stops play again. Again, this is the first year for head coach Jordan Garner for the Ripley High School Tigers. First year as head coach, but 8th year here. So we wish him a lot of success. Know he's going to bring great things to Ripley for years to come. All right, now it looks like we're ready to snap the ball and begin play. Quarterback puts one of his wideouts in motion. They hand it to him in a jet sweep going to the right. He gets around the edge and out to about the 33 or 4-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and about, looks like 4 for the Cavaliers. They're going to spot the ball just shy of the 35, so it's about 3.5 yards. We'll call it 3rd and, it looks like 4 from here. 3rd and 4. No score here early at Crockett County, the Ripley Tigers on defense. Cavaliers put a man in motion, jet sweep coming this way. He cuts it back inside. He's got the first down. He's broke into the secondary. He's running down the sideline. He's going to be pushed out of bounds, but not until he picks up a first down inside the Ripley Tiger 40-yard line. It was a jet sweep designed to go outside, but he saw a little crease back to the inside. He cut it back and was able to pick up the first down and move the stick. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line of the Tigers. 3 wide to the left. Quarterback hands the ball to the running back going off the right side, and he rambles off the right side for about 9, maybe 10, close to a first down. He's the big running back that they were talking about. We'll try to get his name for you as they hustle back up to the line. Same formation, 3 wide to the left. Shotgun formation. Quarterback takes a snap. He hands it off to the big guy going up the middle again. He breaks a couple of tackles and picks up the first down as he gets to about the 22-yard line. So that is another first down, 3 wide to the left. Quarterback in the gun. Takes a snap. He's rolling to his left, looking to throw. Now he's going to pull it down. He's just going to run it. Now he throws it at the last second, and it's complete to about the 11-yard line. So a pickup of about 7 for the Cavaliers. The ball will be spotted at the 16-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and about 4. This time the Cavaliers will have 2 wide to the right, 1 wide to the left. Quarterback takes a snap, hand it to the big running back. He goes off left side down to around the 10-yard line. It should be enough for a first down, so the Cavaliers will have the ball 1st down and 10 from about the 11-yard line. Cavaliers hustle back to the line. I believe the big running back for the Cavaliers is number 38, Titus Luton. 1 wide to the right, the jet sweep going to the right, and a good tackle made in the open field there for a loss by the Ripley Tigers. Number 40 and number 2 for the Tigers, Sammy Smith, and number 40 both in on the tackle. That's Dalton Rogers, as they catch him behind the line for about a 2-yard loss. So it'll make it 2nd and 12 for the Cavaliers. That big running back is just a sophomore too. 2 wide left, 1 to the right. Quarterback in the gun. And I believe a timeout was called by Crockett County. It was. So we'll take a 30-second timeout with them and be back right after this. 8 minutes and 54 seconds left in this opening quarter here at Crockett County, Ripley and the Cavaliers. First quarter, no score, 8:54 to go. Cavaliers have the ball at the 11 or to 12-yard line. It's second down and 12. So they've got it at the 13. They can make a first at the 1. They'll send 1 wide to the left, 2 to the right. Quarterback in the gun, big running back stands to his right. Take the snap, they hand it to the big running back. No, the quarterback keeps it. It's a good fake and nothing doing. The Tigers do a really good job of holding them out there. The Tiger defense has really played. I mean, it played lights out last week, and so far they've given up a couple of runs, but they bent, but they haven't broken yet. So hopefully the Tigers can hold them out because it is going to be third down and 12 now for the Cavaliers. From about the 13-yard line. 1 wide to the left, 2 to the right. Quarterback still in the gun. Running back stands to his right. Quarterback takes a snap. He's looking to his left. He throws a little in. It was kind of a slant pass intended for the wide out, but it's too high and it falls incomplete. So it'll bring up fourth down now for the Cavaliers, and it looks like their field goal unit is going to come out onto the field to try to tack some points on. Still no score with 8:09 to go. First quarter, Ripley Tigers at Crockett. So this will be a 30-yard field goal attempt.
Field goal attempt from 30 yards.
There's a snap, the kick up, and it is good. So with 8:09 to go in the first quarter, the Cavaliers draw first blood up 3-0. We'll take a 30-second timeout and be back with the kickoff right after this. We are back after a field goal after the Tigers were able to have a great goal line stance on the defense to keep the Cavaliers out of the end zone. They had it 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line. The Tigers hold them, and they end up with 4th and 12 and do elect for a field goal, and that was good. So they are kicking off to the Ripley Tigers. Back deep for the Tigers is DeLoach, and trying to see the number of the young man on this side. 23, okay, that's going to be Thompson. The running back, Vernon Thompson. He's a junior. And DeLoach stands about the middle of the field. Both stand about the 10-yard line. It's a long kick. And, boy, it's a long kick. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. So the Tigers will start working from their own 20-yard line. This will be their first offensive possession. And they'll start at their 20. It'll be 1st and 10 with 8:09 on the clock, first quarter here at Crockett County. The Tigers will start out with 2 wide to the left, 2 wide to the right. The quarterback Smith in the gun, and Thompson, the running back, stands to his right. Now he moves him out to wide out, so it's 3 wide to the right, empty backfield. He puts back in motion, and he was supposed to hand it to him, but he couldn't get it down. But he breaks a couple of tackles as he keeps it himself and picks up about 4 yards out to the 25-yard line. Let's see where they spot it. So it's about a 5-yard pickup out to the 25. So it was a broken play, but a good job by Smith. It was I don't know if the snap wasn't great or if he mishandled it, but they missed the handoff, but he was able to turn it up and pick up 5 yards. So we'll take that off a broken play. 2 wide right, 2 to the left. Now 3 to the left. Empty backfield. Smith's going to run it himself. And he's hit in the backfield before he can get started by number 32, and they catch him for a couple of yard loss before he can get started good. They catch him and about a yard loss. So it'll be 3rd down and about 6 for the Tigers. Two wide to the right, 2 wide to the left. Thompson still in the backfield. Smith in the gun, takes a snap, drops straight back, wanting to throw. Rolling out of the pocket, throws to his right, and it's complete to number 4 for a first down. That is a Farm Bureau Insurance Ripley Tiger first down. J.Q. Hurdle, the 6'2", 175-pound senior for the Tigers with the grab and coming down for the first down to move it out to the 34-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Tigers. 2 wide to either side. Smith in the gun. Puts a man in motion. And there's another broken play. He's going to have to run it himself. And he fights forward and picks up about a yard. They're just somebody not on the same page evidently on the backfield, because I don't know if the quarterback turned the wrong way or the running back went the wrong way, but either way, at least it was positive. We didn't lose anything off of it, so it'll bring up 2nd and 9 for the Tigers. 2 wide to either side. Smith takes a snap, and he throws it out, and it's complete to number 14 on the edge, and he twists and turns and falls forward for about another 3-yard pickup out to the 39, where it should be 3rd down and about 5 for the Ripley Tigers. Big 3rd down for the Tigers. Tigers need to convert this 3rd down, stay on the field, keep the offense of the Cavaliers off the field. Tigers still trying to get their rhythm on offense. 3 wide left, 1 to the right. Empty backfield for Smith. Takes a snap, drops straight back, looking to throw, flushed out of the pocket. Now he throws it over the middle. It's incomplete. It was intended for number 3, Altorius Alford, and it falls incomplete, so now it'll bring up 4th down and about 6 for the Tigers as they send the punt unit on. The Tigers still just don't have their rhythm on offense yet. Still early in the season, but we need to get that done tonight. Cavaliers have 1 man back standing at his own 29-yard line. Punting for the Tigers is Will Maynard. And he gets one off, and it goes off the side of his foot as it gets out to the... Well, it was a pretty good spot. Well, now he's walking back. Not sure where they're going to say it went out of bounds. It was really high when it went out of bounds. And I think they're going to say it is at the 44-yard line of the Cavaliers. So that's where they'll have pretty decent field position to start this offensive drive. All right, the Cavaliers come to the line. They'll send 2 wide to the right, 1 wide to the left. Quarterback in the gun. Running back to his left. Quarterback takes a snap. He faked a pass, and now he's going to run it himself. He breaks a couple of tackles, but just about gets back to the line of scrimmage where he's brought down for no gain, where it'll make it 2nd and 10 for the Tigers. Or check that for the Cavaliers. 4:15 to go, opening quarter. 3-0, the Cavaliers on top of the Tigers. They've got the ball at their own 44-yard line where it's 2nd down and 9. Two wide to the right, 1 to the left. Quarterback fakes a handoff, rolls to his right, and runs into a Tiger, but then he's pushed backwards and he's hit for a loss behind the line of scrimmage for about a 5-yard loss back to the 40-yard line, they're saying. So it's about a 5-yard loss. So it puts them out of the sticks. It's going to make it 3rd down and 13. The Tigers defense, great time to stand tall here. Three wide to the left, 1 to the right for the Cavaliers. Quarterback takes a snap. Looking to throw, dropping straight back, flushed out of the pocket, rolls to his left. Now he throws, and it's complete at the 40-yard line for a first down. He breaks that tackle, and he loses the ball, and the Tigers pick it up. Number 4 picks it up, J.Q. Hurdle, and the Tigers get the ball on the turnover at the 40-yard line. After the pass was complete, he broke a couple of tackles, and ran into a crowd of Tigers. Then the ball came out, and Ripley picked it up and advanced it a couple of yards. But on the turnover, the Tigers get the ball back at the 40-yard line, so good field position for them, as they will be starting at their own 40-yard line for the second offensive drive for the Ripley Tigers. 2:56 to go, opening quarter. Crockett 3, Ripley 0. Ripley sends 2 wide to either side. Smith in the gun. Now 3 wide to the right. He moves Thompson out. Empty backfield. Now he puts Thompson in motion. Now he hands it to Thompson, trying to get outside. He's a speedster. He starts inside, breaks it back outside, then inside again, and it's going to basically go for no gain. He might have lost a half a yard there. A little bit indecisive of where he wanted to go. He started in, and then he actually did a 360, and then went back the other way. And by that time, the pursuit had caught up with him. And they're going to say it's basically no gain, so it'll make it 2nd and 10. Empty backfield again. 3 wide right, 1 to the left, 2 to the left. Quarterback's just going to run himself right up the gut. He's got some room as he runs over a player. He picks up a first down, crosses the 50 out to the 48-yard line, and that's a Farm Bureau Insurance Ripley Tiger first down. 2:13 left in the opening quarter. Again, Crockett on top, 3-0. Ripley with the ball in Cavalier territory at the 48-yard line. 2 wide to the left, 2 wide to the right. Empty backfield for the Tigers. Smith's going to run it himself, going right up the gut. He's hit about the time he gets to the line of scrimmage, but he moves forward about 3 yards. So it'll make it 2nd down and 7 for the Ripley Tigers. The Tigers hustle back up to the line as they look to the sideline for the call. The wide receivers for the Tigers to the near side is Deloach and Mabin. Number 5, Theus, is on the far side, along with, I believe, can't see the number. Oh, that is number 1, DeMarcus Barnes, I believe, on the far sideline. Tigers to the line again, 2 wide to either side. 1 running back to the quarterback's right to hand the ball to him. He's trying to make it off tackle. He's hitting the backfield. He's going to lose a yard. We're still having issues with that offensive line. That what they did this week from last week, I think they moved the center out to right guard, and they moved the left tackle from last year over to left guard, and they took, I believe, I have to look his name up. Here's the snap. Quarterback's empty backfield. He wants to run. He's going to be caught behind the backfield again. No, he didn't. He didn't come down, and it was almost, it's complete, excuse me, let me back up. He threw the pass after it looked like he was going to be caught in the backfield. It was in and out of the arms of Hurdle, and it falls incomplete at the end of that, so it makes it 4th down and 8 for the Tigers as they send on the punting unit. A little bit about Tiny Nee. He came to Ripley High School in the spring of 1927 after a collegiate football and track career at Wabash College in Indiana. Tiny Nee held the Indiana State javelin record in 1922. Back to live action. As Maynard gets ready to kick, he takes a low snap, and he's going to be hit before he can get rid of it. And they blow it dead before he ever hits the ground. But it wasn't a good snap, and he had trouble coming down with it. So now Cavaliers get the ball back just about the position that we got the turnover from. So they start back just about exactly where they did, and we just ran some time off the clock and gave them the ball back in almost the exact same position. They'll have the ball at the Tiger 42-yard line with 1:08 on the clock. They'll have the lead and the ball 3-0. Tiny Nee was named to the 1922 All-State College football team alongside Sleepy Crowley, one of the famed 4 horsemen of Notre Dame. All right, here we go back to live action. 2 wide left, 1 to the right. Crockett in the gun. Puts a man in motion. Quarterback takes a snap, hand to the big running back going off left guard, and he breaks it back off left tackle and picks up about 3.5, maybe 4 out to the, they're going to say he's at the 40-yard line, so about a 3-yard pickup. bringing second down and 7. Mr. Nee left Wabash and headed for the steel mills in Gary, Indiana, shortly thereafter enrolling at Cumberland College. While at Cumberland College, he picked up a law degree and was introduced to coaching as an assistant. Introduced to coaching as an assistant. He also played on the team. They were not in any conference, and he was allowed to coach as well as play. All right, here we go. 2 wide to the right, 1 to the left. Quarterback hands the ball to his running back, and a flag's going to come out as he breaks a couple of tackles and picks up about 3. But I think they're going to get Crockett for a hold in the backfield. Yep, that's what it is, so that will come back. In 1927, T.O. Griffins hired Coach Tiny Nee to coach at the newly built Ripley High School. One of Coach Nee's first tasks was to turn the wasteland hills and the gullies into a playable football field. He began the task by using slip scoops pulled by mules and enlisted help from the boys interested in playing football. The field was finished in time for September football season in the spring of 1928. We'll go back to action here. As the Cavaliers come to the line, they'll have 3 wide to the left, 1 to the right, and the quarterback will be in the gun, 1 running back to his left. Referee stops play for a moment. And still got, they're having a conversation with the coach to the near sideline. Coach Nee had added a narrow cinder track around the field. In 1935, a plan was drawn up by Coach Nee and was approved by WPA. By the fall, he had lights and wooden bleachers were in place. All right, back to action. 2 wide left, 1 to the right. Quarterback's just going to roll to his left. Looks like he wants to throw, and he does throw late, and it's complete as he's knocked out of bounds, but not until he gets to the 35, 34-yard line. It's not a first down, but it's going to be short by just a couple of yards. Ball is going to be at the Tiger 34-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and about 3 for the Cavaliers. 2 wide left, 1 to the right. And they pull the Tigers off and get the easy first down. So another one of those dead ball penalties that coaches just hate. The field was completed in the spring of that year and was named Irving Nee Field. In 1949, new bleachers were built on the east side of the field and a new field house was constructed. Concrete bleachers replaced the wooden ones in '56, and further renovations occurred in '62 and '67 and increased the capacity to around 3,400. 3 wide to the left. Quarterback in the gun, puts his man in motion. And they mishandle the ball, but the quarterback pulls it down, but he's going to be hit behind the line as he's going to lose about a yard, maybe a half yard. We'll call it a yard. So it's going to bring up 11 to go for the first down. I believe it's going to be 2nd or 3rd.
Crockett County 3, Ripley 0.
And yeah, it's going to be 3rd and 2 when play resumes. But that's the end of the first quarter. So at the end of 1 here at Alamo, Tennessee, home of the Cavaliers, score 3-0. We'll take a 30-second break and be back with the second quarter right after this. It's going to be 3rd down and 2. The Cavaliers with the ball. They'll have it at the 31-yard line. They have the lead 3-0. They're switching ends of the field now. So both teams back out on the field are ready to play ball as soon as they get it set. The ball will be at the 31 of the Tigers. And actually the situation is, now that I can see, they're on this end of the field, it's 2nd down and 11 for the Cavaliers at the Tiger 31-yard line. Three wide right. Quarterback in the gun, puts a man in motion. And the quarterback is handed it off, and he hit immediately as soon as he handed the ball off. We caught him back for about another yard loss, so it's going to bring it up third down and about 14 for the Cavaliers. The Tigers bending but not breaking so far, but we've got to quit letting them get close enough to get those 3 points if we can't put 6 up.
Third down 14 now for Cavaliers.
Big play here for the Tigers. Will Rose was the other lineman I was trying to remember. He's playing both ways. He'd been playing defense, and they moved him over to, I believe, right tackle this week. So the Cavaliers come with 2 wide to the right, 1 to the left. Quarterback takes a snap. Chased out of the pocket. He throws a screen over the middle, and it's complete. He breaks a couple of tackles, breaks a couple more, gets down to the 20. He's going to be about a yard short of the first down, so it's going to make it 4th and 1. And knowing Coach Ward over here, I would imagine he's probably going to go for it. No personnel changes coming in. So it could be a big stop here for the Tigers. It's 4th, and now we just don't need to jump off sides this time. 3 wide right, 1 to the left. And they pull us off again. So we're giving them the easy first downs. So that will give them a new set of downs. They'll have it ball 1st and 10 from around the 15-yard line. Nose of the ball just touching the 15. 1st and 10 for the Cavaliers. Well, that wouldn't do back in the day when a lot of us old folks played jump off sides 2 or 3 times. We'd be running so much the next week. We might be late leaving the line, but we wouldn't jump off sides anymore. All right, 3 wide to the right, 1 to the left. Quarterback is looking to throw a pass. Oh, and it's complete. It was just a post pattern right over the middle of the field, and he gets down to the 7-yard line. So about a 8-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd down and 2 for the Cavaliers at the Tiger 8-yard line in the red zone.
2nd down 2.
Looks like we're going to have a wide out to either side. Now 2 to the right. Running back's going to be behind the quarterback who's at the gun. And they move a H-back over to the left side. And they hand it to the fullback going right up the gut. He fights and fights. He's not going to get in, but he's going to get the first down. He gets down to the 4-yard line. Had to get to the 6. So it's going to be 1st and goal for the Cavaliers at the Tiger 4-yard line. Two wide to the right. Now they switch 1 over to the left. One wide to either side. Quarterback takes snap, handed to the running back, going right up the gut, and he's going to, well, he loses the ball at the 1-yard line. He was just about to go in, and the Tiger defense gets a turnover and turns the Cavaliers away at the, looks like the 1 or 2. They may spot it at the 2. But a great job by the Tiger defense of getting that ball out and causing a fumble. I'm not sure who caused that fumble, but you couldn't ask for better timing for the Tigers. Now the Tigers just got to get some offense going and eat up a whole bunch of clock. And Sammy Smith looks like he's going to be lined up at wide out this time. And they're going to put Austin Thompson in at quarterback. Kind of a wild Tiger. And he's going to take it himself and run off the right side. And he gets out to about the 4-yard line.
Austin Thompson on the carry.
So a pickup of around 3.
Takes it out to the 6-yard line. 3-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down 7.
About a 3-yard gain. We'll call it 2nd and 7 for the Tigers. The ball at the nose of it, touching the 5-yard line. And there's going to be a timeout. The Tigers take a timeout. We'll take it with them and be back in 30 seconds. Second quarter, the Cavaliers and the Tigers here in Alamo, Tennessee. The Cavaliers lead the Tigers 3-0 with 8:17 to go. Second quarter, the Tigers have the ball after a turnover, and it will be spotted at the 5-yard line, where it will be 2nd down and about 7. Looks like Smith is back in the gun now. 2 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Blitz, showing blitz. Quarterback hands it to number 1, going off the right side, and he picks up a nice gain out across the, well, about to the 9-yard line. Doesn't quite make it to the 10. So coming up, it will be 3rd down and about 4 for the Tigers. That was Barnes on the carry for the Tigers. Marcus Barnes, number 1, he is a senior. And here's the quarterback. He handed it off to Barnes again, trying to get outside, and he's going to be brought down for a loss back at about the 6-yard line.
Sorry.
So the Tigers are in a punting situation, obviously, as they're back at the 6. It's going to be 4th down. It's going to be 4th down and about 6 for the Tigers. So the punter, Maynard, is going to be standing back in his end zone, punting the ball. Here's a high snap. He gets it down, and he gets a nice punt out as it goes out to the 45-yard line, about a 50-yard punt, and he's going to be returning it out to about the 36-yard line. So the Cavaliers have great field position this time after the Tigers' offense sputtered and could not get the 1st down after a great defensive stand and a turnover inside the 5-yard line. So Cavaliers go back on offense, 1st and 10 at the Tiger 36-yard line. Again, I want to give a shout out to my old teammate and classmate, Joe Rushing, and I think Roger Mills said he was going to be listening tonight. He does a great job. He fed the team today for the Ripley Church of Christ, and we thank the church for feeding and thank Roger for making a great meal. Quarterback is in his gun, takes a snap, he hands it to his running back, he goes right up the gut, and he's going to have enough for a 1st down as he gets down to about the 22-yard line. About a 15-yard pickup by the Cavaliers. He kind of gashed the middle of that defense this time, so the Tigers got to tighten up. Hustle back up to the line. 2 wide left, 1 to the right. This time it's a swing. Oh, it's a pass, and it's dropped. It was a swing pass intended for number 6 out here in the flat. He tried to turn it up and run it before he caught it, so it falls incomplete. So it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Cavaliers. 6:41 to go until halftime. Cavaliers still on top, 3-0. Cavs to the line. Take a snap, and they fake the handoff. They throw a little swing pass out. It's caught. It's complete. He's going to go into the end zone, but a flag is going to come out, and I think it's going to come back, as I think there was a hold. I think the wide receiver held one of the Ripley defenders that broke him open. Oh, it's going to be a personal foul against Crockett, I believe. Either way, that touchdown will be erased. The referee's talking it over. Convicts, as some people would say. Waiting on the indication from the head ref in the white hat. .6:31 to go until halftime. All right, we should get the call here from the head ref. Okay, 10 yards from the spot of the foul. It was holding, and so that'll move the ball back to the 29-yard line of the Cavaliers, so it will be second down and about 15. Too wide to the right, too wide to the left for the Cavaliers. They move one of the ones out wide to the right, move him into tight end, put a man in motion, hand the ball to him. It's a sweep coming this way, and he hits number 42, does a great job of catching him in the backfield before he can turn up. A nice hit as well, and that was DeQuarian Robertson. He is a 5'11", 185-pound senior for the Ripley Tigers. So the ball now will be placed at the 26-yard line, where it'll be second down and 15. Maybe 14. I might pick the yard up. Two wide left, one to the right. Quarterback in the gun. Puts a man in motion. Fakes it to the man in motion, looking to throw. He's got a man going down the middle of the field. He's caught in the backfield for a sack. And that sack brought to you compliments of Sammy Smith of the Ripley Tigers as he catches him back at about the 34-yard line for another big loss for the Cavaliers as the Tiger defense stands tall again. .5:15 to go until halftime. Cavaliers on top of the Tigers 3-0. I think if the Tigers can come out of this first half and feel pretty good about themselves, they should do well in the second half, and they'll get the ball. Three wide to the left. Quarterback is looking to his left, wants to throw a flag, comes out high, and it's caught in a screen pass over the middle, and he loses the ball as he hits the ground. I think he was down at about the 31. It wouldn't be a very big pickup, but the flag came out really early, and it'll be interesting to see what this call is. I would think it'd be against Crockett County by where it came out, but we'll have to wait and see. Okay, illegal formation. The penalty was declined by the Tigers. So that was fourth down. So the Tigers will get the ball. The defense stands tall again and gets another turnover for the offense. If we can ever get our offense going, we'll be tough to hold. But so far, I think Crockett scored 36 or 38 last weekend against Jackson Northside. And I felt all week last Friday night, to me it was obvious that we were a better team than the Southside. We just had no offense, and still had a chance to win it at the end of the game. It didn't happen that worked out that way, but the Tigers still got a lot of potential. One wide to the left, to the right, and you're going to throw a swing pass out to the wide receiver. It's complete, and he's got the first down. That is a Farm Bureau Insurance Ripley Tiger first down out to the 40-yard line for the Tigers. And that was Mabin on the catch for the Tigers. So that'll move the sticks down up to the 40. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the first half. And there's a timeout called. We'll hold it here. I want to tell you a little bit more about Tiny Nee. Tiny Nee was born on a farm in Wabash County, Indiana in 1899. He completed grammar school. He and his parents moved to Wabash, the nearby town. In high school there, he played football, basketball, and ran track. He was an all-state football player both his junior and senior year. He placed first in the 100 and 200-yard dashes and second in the broad jump in state meets while he was in high school. A lot of people didn't realize that he was more of a track guy actually than he was football. He coached track and football at Ripley, and also I think at one time I know he coached freshman football, and I think he coached girls basketball as well during his time there. So the Cavalier defense back out on the field. Here come the Tigers with, looks like it's going to be 2 wide to the left, 1 to the right, wing to the left. Tigers just need some confidence on this offense. It's a toss sweep coming this way, and he breaks a couple of tackles. Flag comes out as well. I'm afraid that may be a hold on us. He picks up about 4, but I'm afraid it's going to come back from where it came out, and it is a hold, and it is against Ripley, and it will come back. From Wabash County and the city of Wabash, he rode the Wabash Cannonball on the Wabash Railroad to Wabash College, a small private college in Crawfordville, Indiana, which was a small town. He played football for 4 years for the Little Giants. And the Little Giants, who faced Purdue and Michigan State, had 32 wins, 8 losses in those years. He was All-State senior year along with Crawley, one of the Notre Dame 4 horsemen of Notre Dame, while the other 3 horsemen, Miller, Studheimer, were on the second team, and Coach Tiny Knee was on the first team. All right, 2 wide to the left, 2 wide to the right for the Tigers. Play is stopped before the ball is snapped. Looks like it is 1st and 17. Tigers quarterback takes a snap. He throws it out into the backfield. It's complete. A screen pass, throws it to Deloach. He breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, going down the far sideline. 1 man to beat. He's going to pull him out of bounds, but not till he gets to the 40 and picks up a Farm Bureau Insurance Ripley Tiger first down. And it didn't look like Deloach was going to have much room there at all, but he's so quick and he's just a motor that he was able to sidestep a tackle and tiptoe down the sideline until he was finally pushed out at the 40-yard line. So with 4:20 to go in the first, Ripley trailing has the ball, 1st and 10. High snap to the quarterback. He hands it off to his running back, going right up the gut, and he picks up about 4 for the Tigers down to the 36-yard line, where it'll be 2nd down and 6. Like I've said, if Ripley can ever get something going and finish some drives and get some confidence in that offense, I think they'll be hard to stop. I think they've got the tools. I think they've got everything they need. It just hadn't all meshed and clicked together yet. 2 wide to either side for the Tigers. Smith takes a snap. He's going to run it himself. He starts to the right and breaks it back to the left as there was nothing doing there, and he picks up a couple maybe. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and a long 4 for the Tigers. 3:29 to go first half. Crockett 3, Ripley 0.
3rd down, 4.
2 wide left, 2 wide right. Smith in the gun. Takes a snap. Hands it off to his running back, number 23. Trying to get outside. He breaks a couple of tackles, picks up the 1st down as he crosses the 25 and gets down to the 23-yard line for a Farm Bureau Insurance Ripley Tiger 1st down. They'll stop the clock with 3:06 as they move the chains. And there is a timeout called by Crockett, so we'll take this timeout with them and be back right after this. We are in a timeout here in Alamo at Crockett County High School as they lead the Ripley Tigers 3-0 with 3:06 on the clock. Ripley has the ball, and they're going to have it 1st down and 10 at the Cavalier 24-yard line. Empty backfield now. 2 wide to the right, 2 wide to the left. Quarterback's going to run it himself to the left. He starts inside, breaks it back outside. He's got a little room. He breaks 1 tackle and gets across the 20 to about the 18-yard line. About a 5-yard pickup for the Tigers. Into the red zone. It sure gives the Tigers some confidence if they could punch one in here and then get the ball back to start the second half. I think it would do a lot for the morale of the team. 3 wide left, 2 to the right. Empty backfield for the Tigers. Smith takes a snap. He's rolling to his right. He's trying to throw. He wants to throw. Now he pulls it back down. He's going to be hit about the line of scrimmage. No gain. They put a lot of pressure on from the backside. And once he had to make a stutter step to kind of try to figure out where he was going to go going to the right side, he was kind of caught up with from behind. So basically no gain. The ball at the Cavalier 18-yard line, where it's going to be 3rd down and 5 for the Tigers. Tigers on the far hash mark. 2 wide left, 2 wide right. Smith takes a high snap, going to run it himself. He just runs into a pile of Cavaliers for no gain, so it's going to be 4th down and 5 for the Tigers. And being on that right hash mark makes me wonder if they're going to be able to kick from there. One of the Ripley players gets up limping. That is, he stays in. He limped for a minute, and I guess he saw they were going to replace him, so he said, I'll stay in. And there's a little timeout called. That we'll keep it here with only 1:21 to go. Getting back to Tiny Knee, in 4 years of track, let me back up just a little bit. In 4 years of track on the track team, he set state records in the javelin throw, won the gold medal for first place in the Drake, Pennsylvania relays, and engraved gold watch for the win in the Illinois indoor relays. His equal has not been seen in Indiana since the days of All-American Hufflin of Purdue. And that was a quote by the Indianapolis News. Knee was a student council president, YMCA president, Kappa Sigma member, worked in the steel industry in Gary, Indiana. After his junior and senior years in 23, entered Cumberland University in Lebanon, Tennessee, and took its degree in law and served. We'll get back to live action. Here's a tick the Tigers have going for it. 3 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Quarterback rolls to his left, wanting to throw. Now he's going to pull it down and run. He's got a little room. He's got the 1st down, and he's got the touchdown. The Ripley Tigers with 1:16 on the clock knock that goose egg off and take the lead 6-3 over the Cavaliers on an outstanding run by Sammy Smith, the quarterback of the Ripley Tigers. 1:15 on the clock. Ripley now with the lead as we get ready for the extra point attempt by Ty Crawford.
Mike Crawford was in the extra point.
There's a snap, the hold, the kick up. And good. Well, the Ripley Tigers, that is a back Tennessee Ripley Tiger touchdown. They donate $25 to the Ripley Tiger football program for every touchdown. And that is $25 chalked up to the Ripley Tigers, courtesy of Bank Tennessee. So the Tigers now, with 1:15 to go on the clock, have the lead over the Cavaliers 7-3 as we get ready to kick off to the Cavaliers, and they'll have about a minute or so to work with it. Let's see, while he was at Cumberland University, there he was an assistant there for 3 years and head coach of the football and basketball, also playing his 4 years there on the football team with a record of 23-11. At Cumberland, he met Miss Willard Henson and changed her name to Nee. The daughter, Eleanor, was a graduate of Ripley High School in 1945 and is now Mrs. Ted Rooks of Brownsville, Tennessee. Prominent among Tennessee Republicans. Here we get ready for the kickoff. And kicking off again for the Tigers is going to be Crawford. And there's the kick. And it's a good kick. It takes him all the way back to about the 15-yard line. He's coming out. He's got a room right up the middle. And he runs over one of the Ripley players. And the kicker actually saved the touchdown. They get the ball out to about the 45 or 6 yard line, maybe 47. Great return. But I've got to give props to number 16. I think it's his first year to play, and he's a kicker, and he was a safety guy. Now, he took a lick at the end of it, but he was there to take it, and I give him props for being out there and saving that touchdown, because he actually saved that touchdown. So great job by the first-year punter and football player for the Ripley Tigers, and he saved the touchdown with 1:15 on the clock. Crockett will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line, trailing the Tigers by the score of 7-3. Crockett has 1 timeout left. Ripley has 2. Crockett taking their time. They haven't started the play clock yet. Now it's moving. Crockett sends 2 wide to the left. Got 2 wide to the right. Quarterback takes a snap. He's looking to throw right into the flat. It's complete. And he steps out of bounds as he's hit right across the 50 to the 49-yard line. About a 4-yard pickup, bringing up 2nd and 6, but stopping the clock with 1:05 remaining. Cavaliers, again, 2 wide to either side. 1 running back to the quarterback's left. Quarterback in the gun. Takes a snap. Looking for he fakes a pass. Now he's rolling out. Now he's going to throw a long one downfield. He overthrows. He had number 7. He had a step on our defender, but he overthrows him, and it does stop the clock. Well, it still says 1:05, so it doesn't look like it ever started. I don't know how good that is. Depends on if we get the ball back or not, but unless they're keeping the time somewhere else, according to this new digital scoreboard, it still says 1:05, and that's what it said before that play. Two wide left, 1 to the right. Check that, 3 wide to the left, 1 to the right. And the referee is going to stop play. I kind of think that maybe they're adjusting the clock. You'd think there'd be 5 seconds anyway that rolled off of it. All right, now they're running the clock down. Okay, that's what they did. They rolled 5 seconds off it, so 1 minute exactly left. The ball's at the 49-yard line of the Tigers, just across the midfield stripe. 3rd down and about 6. Quarterback takes a snap, rolls to his left, looking to throw. He's still going to be chased, and he finally throws it. Looked like he crossed the line of scrimmage, but he throws it out of bounds, so it falls incomplete. And it will be 4th down for the Cavaliers with 1 minute still on the clock. It didn't start again. If we can get the ball back, the more time we got, the better. So it looks like the Cavaliers are sitting on the punt unit this time. The referee is walking over to the side judge, or the referee that's keeping the time, and I guess they're going to run maybe another 5 seconds off. 57, 56, 55, 54, wow, 53, 52. I knew it took a little time, but I didn't know it took that long, but must have. So 50 seconds left on the clock. Again, Ripley leads 7-3 with 50 seconds till halftime. The Cavaliers are in punt formation. The Tigers have Barnes back deep to return, and they have Deloach standing about halfway in case it's a short punt. And it's a fake. And they get the 1st down as they go off the right side and pick up the 1st down, catch the Tigers sleeping. Down to 46 seconds. So they'll have to hurry back up. It was risky, but it was a gutsy call by Crockett, because if they hadn't made it, we'd have had the ball back with 40-something seconds left, or close to 50. But they do make it. It pays off. So they have a new set of downs and 46 seconds on the clock Ball at the Tiger 39-yard line. 3 wide left, 1 to the right. Clock runs 34 seconds. Looking to throw again, drop straight back, looking, got plenty of time, chased out of the pocket, rolls to his left, now throws late, and it's intercepted by the Ripley Tigers. That was number 2, Sammy Smith. It was tipped, and he picked it up out of the air. And again, that Ripley Tiger defense rises to the occasion. They've only got 20 seconds left, but they do have the ball, and they've got 2 timeouts left, so if they want to, they can make a decent stab at it. So great job. I mean, that was, if you can watch this game or you haven't, or you're not watching it, you want to go back and see it on YouTube on Tiger TV, that was a really heads-up play by Sammy Smith. The ball was tipped, and he had to dive for it to pick it up, pick it out of the air, and he did, and a great job. So now the Tigers back on offense with 2 wide to either side. And the Tigers have in the gun, 2 wide to either side. He's going to take it himself. The quarterback's going to hand it to the running back going off the left side. He picks up about 8 yards. Time is at 15 seconds. That was Thompson. Looks like the Tigers may be content to let this run out. They're not going to run another play. So at the end of the first half here in Alamo, Tennessee, and Crockett County Cavaliers versus the Ripley Tigers, at the halftime, Ripley 7, Crockett 3. So a lot of football left. Be sure to stay tuned, and we'll bring you the second half in just a few minutes. Back to the station. Back here at Crockett County for the second half of the Ripley Tigers and Cavaliers of Crockett County. The Tigers are leading 7-3, and the Tigers will get the ball to start the second half. I also want to give a shout out to my mom, Joyce Dunaway. I think she's listening tonight. And thank you to all the listeners. Appreciate everybody. And Crazy Horse will be back with us next week. So, he's the color guy, and he adds the color. And he's really good at it, so we miss him when he's not here. He fills in a lot of the blanks and a lot of the silence that, sometimes if you talk as much as you have to during a ball game, you kind of throat gets dry, and you have to kind of take a breath, and so, man, he just fills in, and he has a great observation of the game, too, and loves football as much as anybody. All right, here's the kickoff, and it's a long end-over-end kick. It's going to hit and bounce out of bounds at the 11-yard line. So the Tigers will probably take it at the 35, where they'll have it 1st and 10 for the first offensive play of the second half. I talked to one of the coaches of Ripley at halftime, and of course, we scored right before half, and then we get the ball back. And let's see, there's going to be a legal procedure. Yeah, okay, that's the penalty for it going out of bounds. So the Tigers will take it at the 35. And I asked him if that gave the offense confidence, and we're going to come out rolling in the second half, and he said, yeah, so. Let's see it. I'm ready for it. 1st and 10 for the Tigers at their own 35-yard line, leading the Crockett County Cavaliers 7-3. The Tigers have 2 wide to either side. Hand the ball to the running back, and he's trying to bounce it outside, but they catch him in the backfield. He loses about 2. We're just not getting the blocks we need over there on that side from time to time. They're doing a really good job of stringing it out. I want to mention, too, man, there is a great crowd here at Crockett County, and I would love to see more people in the stands at Ripley. Those kids deserve our support, so if you can find it in your heart, come out and support the Tigers when they're at home, at least. Take the ball, they hand it off to Thompson. He goes off left tackle for maybe a couple yards. He lost about 4 on the first play, gets about 2 of it back, so it'll bring up 3rd down and about 12 for the Tigers. Not the great start you wanted to start the second half. They always say that the first 2 minutes of the second half kind of sets the pace of the game. So hopefully we can do something pretty quickly. Nobody in the backfield except the quarterback. Quarterback's going to drop straight back, looking to throw. Looking downfield. Now he's going to pull it down. Now he's going to throw it late. It's complete. And it's complete to Hurdle. And he's right at the 1st down marker as he crosses the 45. And that's where he had to get. So that looks like a 1st down, and it is. That's going to be a Farm Bureau insurance. Tiger 1st down. And a lot of patience shown there by Smith as he waited and waited for somebody to come open and pick the right guy out and completed it. As they come back to the line this time, he's going to hand it to the running back, Thompson. He's trying to break it outside. He's got a little bit of room. Now he gets the corner and crosses the 50 out to the 49-yard line. So it's going to be a pickup of 6. So it'll make it 2nd and 4 for the Tigers on the move. Beginning of the second half. 10:20 to go in the third quarter. Ripley on top, 7-3 with the ball at the 49-yard line of the Cavaliers. 2 wide to either side. Smith in the gun. Fakes the handoff, runs it himself off the left side. He's got a lot of room. He's getting the secondary, and he's got way more than a first down. He picked up about 20 yards as he gets inside the 35 down to the 33-yard line. So that's a Farm Bureau Insurance Ripley Tiger first down. Tigers with the same offensive formation, 2 wide to either side. This time they hand it to the running back, number 1. He's breaking it outside. He breaks a couple tackles, gets into the secondary, got another first down as he crosses the 20 into about the 19-yard line, at least in the red zone, it looks like. So that's a Farm Bureau Insurance first down. And they do move the sticks. 2 wide left, 2 to the right. Smith in the gun. Takes a high snap. Hands it to his running back, number 1, who cuts off right tackle. He bangs forward for a couple. Maybe 1. They say he's going to be down at about the 19. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 9 for the Tigers. Let's keep old Mo on our side. Barnes checks out. 2 wide to the right, 2 to the left. Smith in the gun, takes a high snap, and he fakes it, and he runs it himself. He's into the secondary. He's going to go into the end zone for a Ripley Tiger first down off of the first offensive drive in the second half. Ripley had a 7-0 lead, a 7-3 lead. Now it opens up to 13-7. The Tigers offense, for the first time this year, put together a 65-yard drive and punched into the end zone. So they've completed a series and completed a drive, puts it into the end zone. And so great job by the Ripley Tigers on that offensive series. As we get ready for the point after, and it's up and good. And that kick, again, for the Ripley Tigers is good. And the kicker for the Tigers and first-year player is Ty Crawford, the one who saved a touchdown on a kickoff earlier when Crockett scored. So, he did a great job. It wasn't, I don't know if it was the snap or the hold, all that didn't work exactly smooth like it should have, but it works well enough for him to put it through the uprights and to open up the lead to 14-3 for the Tigers with 8:30 to go in the third quarter here at Crockett County. We are getting ready for the Ripley Tigers to kick off. All right, both teams on the field. Crockett's deep backs will stand at about the 10-yard line. And Crawford getting ready to kick it off. We got to stay in our lanes. He saved a touchdown last time. We definitely need to not let the kicker have to make the tackle because he's gained a lot of yards. The safety man is the one that makes the tackle. All right, teed up and ready to go. And here's the kick, and it's a short end-over-end kick. It's going to hit and die, and they pick it up. And at the 25, and advance it down to the 29-yard line, where the Crockett County Cavaliers will have it 1st and 10 from their own 29, trailing the Tigers 14-3. Another great chance for the Tigers defense to stand tall and give the offense the ball back and have some opportunity to do something with it. The Tigers have, as Crazy Horse likes to call him, Big Chicken out there, number 92, Stephen Rogers, and he's a freshman, 6'3", 330 pounds, playing nose guard. Tigers up to the line. and the Cavaliers on offense. Two wide to the left, one to the right. One to the right's in motion. They hand the ball to him. Jet sweep coming this way. He breaks a couple of tackles, gets out across the 30, breaks some more tackles. He's off to the rushes, and let's see if anybody's going to catch him. Nobody is going to catch him as he goes into the end zone for a Cavalier touchdown. That was about a 70-yard touchdown run. So the Cavaliers close the gap, 9-14. And we talked about what a great job the Tigers defense did. And they've done a great job up until that play. And that was, there was some tackles missed. Obviously, the defense got a few things they need to work on, and that was it was a good play by Crockett County. You can't take anything away from them, but the Tigers didn't do anything to help the situation as we get ready for the point after. Here's the hold and the kick up, and looks wide to the left. Or did they make it? No, he did. So it's 14-10 as Ripley Tigers get the ball back for the kick after a short possession of the Cavaliers with about a 70-yard touchdown. Get them back in this game, so the Tigers can't let down at this point. Our offense is clicking, but we can't let the defense settle down and not play lights out like they played so far in the first game and a half of this season. $8:16 to go, third quarter. Crockett 10, Ripley 14. Crazy Horse usually keeps up with the scores. I'll try to do a little of that myself. Crockett to tee it up. And here's the kick, and it's a long kick again, and it hits the pylon. And I don't know if that is now. I wasn't sure. Now a flag comes out, another flag. The referee, I wasn't sure whether it hit the pylon, and then it went out of bounds. But the pylon should be considered inbounds. So the referee started to take his flag out, then he put it back in, and then another referee threw the flag. And I'm not sure if it was maybe something being said about that call that made him throw that. But anyway, we'll find out what that is. I hope. Well, they said it was a legal procedure against Crockett. And I'm assuming that is, they say the ball went out of bounds. But if you hit the pylon going in for a touchdown, then that's it's good, so you're in bounds. And I would have thought that would have been the same, but worked out better for us. All right, Ripley back on offense. They've got the ball at their own 35, 1st and 10, leading 14-10 with 8:16 to go in the third. 2 wide to the left, 2 wide to the right. Smith takes a snap, hands it off to, he pulls it back out. He's going to run it himself trying to get outside, but he's going to be brought down about a half yard behind the line of scrimmage as he just couldn't quite get the corner. Great pursuit by the Cavaliers. Hardin County is leading Giles County 14-0. We've got an injured Cavalier on the field. We'll take that opportunity to try to catch a few scores for you that are in the area. No score on McNary. Brewston is trailing Camden 22-7 in the second quarter. Lexington, is trailing Decatur County 15-0. The player is number 76, and he leaves, but with the assistance of some of the trainers. Milan is beating Chester County 30-7. McKenzie over Dresden at this point, 28-7. Hall's leading Rossville at halftime, 47-0. Congratulations to the Halls Tigers. Haywood leading 37-6 over Memphis Business School. Dyersburg 35-6 over Lake County. All right, back to live action. The Tigers have the ball. Second down and 11. Showing blitz. And they do blitz at him. He got a good run up the middle as the handoff is taken and he kicks up the first down. That is their tailback for number 23 for the Tigers, and that's at Farm Bureau Insurance. Ripley Tiger first down as he crosses the 45 out to the 48-yard line. So a great run by the Ripley Tigers. A lot of pressure was coming from the ends, and obviously they shot in the backfield, and he went right up in the areas that they left and left a nice hole for the Ripley Tiger running back to get to. Empty backfield. Quarterback takes a high snap. He's going to run himself over to the left. He runs into a crowd. He cuts it back across the middle, runs into another couple of defenders and a couple of more Tigers helping push, and he picks up out across the 50 to the 47-yard line of Crockett County. So that will bring up 3rd and 5 for the Tigers with 6:50 to go, third quarter. Ripley on top, 14-10. 2 wide to either side. Smith takes a high handoff, and he pulls it down himself. I think he tried to hand it off, and he picks up about 4.5 yards. It's really close to the first down. I think they're going to say he's about, well, it looks to me like they should measure, but let's see what they say. Ripley, they're lined up to go for it. Well, it is 3rd and 1. My bad. That's why where Crazy Horse keeps me straight. 3rd down in the yard for the Tigers. Empty backfield. 3 wide right, 2 wide left. Smith in the gun. Takes a snap, going to run it straight off the right side. Got the first down as he gets across to the 40-yard line, so that's a Farm Bureau Insurance Ripley Tiger first down. 6:01 to go in the third quarter. Ripley on top, 14-7 against the Crockett County Cavaliers. Really got to compliment them on what they've done to the stadium here. I think they kind of did it in stages. They put a new stands and press box and everything in one year, and I think the next year they put the turf in, and it is an extremely nice facility. Really enjoy being here. 2 wide to the left, 2 to the right. Smith takes a high snap, and that's actually Austin Thompson, and they catch him before he can get back to the line of scrimmage, so he's going to be brought down about 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage, so he's going to lose 2. And he's laying on the field. I hope he's okay. They're going to have an injury timeout. Hopefully it's just a cramp. They help him to his feet, but he's hopping off, so hopefully that's just a cramp. He'll lose a couple. It'll make it 2nd down and 12 for the Tigers at the 42-yard line of the Cavaliers. Yeah, it looks like it is a cramp. All right, here come the Tigers. 2 wide to either side. High snap. Smith we turn it over, and Crockett picks it up. He's a high snap. He started moving, and he kind of went out from under the ball, tried to get it back, and then Crockett County got on it before we could get anybody back to it. So the Tigers' offense runs out of gas right here about midfield as they turn the ball over to the Cavaliers. And I know that, or at least I haven't been paying attention, but I was told before the game that we had a new center, but he was the backup center anyway. So, but we've had issues this year a lot, and it's a hard job snapping. So, you not only got to do what everybody else does on the line, you've got to snap the ball too, and that's got to be first. But we've had some a lot of high and low snaps this year, and early in the season, hopefully we'll correct that, and hopefully we'll get a win out of this in the process. All right, 2 wide to the right, 1 to the left, wing to the right. Quarterback is basically a wildcat. They hand it to him. He's got in the secondary. He's going to go down the far sideline. Got one man to beat, and he's shoved out of bounds by none other than Super D, but not till he gets inside the 20. And that was a running back, number 7. They snapped it directly to him, and he just ran to the right. And they took advantage of our defense. I'm not sure what they saw, but Or maybe they just did a good job blocking, but they pick up a big first down and a big chunk of yardage. The Cavaliers with a touchdown could take the first lead, or their first lead of the game. The Tigers have led the whole game. And no, check that. In the first quarter, they did get 3 points. So they led 3-0. Then the Tigers scored touchdown, and then scored another touchdown, and Crockett had scored one more. All right, here come the Cavaliers, 2 to either side. Man in motion, and it's the same play to the other side this time. And he bounces off a couple of tackles, and he's going to be brought down finally by number 7, Austin Thompson, but not till he gets about to the 12-yard line, so he'll pick up of about 5, maybe 6. We got to figure out a way to stop that, because if I were them, I wouldn't stop running that until I didn't get any more yards off of it. But it looks like they may be back to the original set with the quarterback back in. And the big running back to his left. And 3 wide to the left. Quarterback takes a snap. He hands it off to his running back, big running back going off the right side. He's down inside the 10 and still pushes inside the 5 and doesn't go down till about the 3-yard line. It's not going to be a first down, but it's going to be, or maybe it is. Yes, it will be a first down. First and goal for the Cavaliers as they're knocking on the door trying to take the lead again. That fumble really hurt us in the middle of the field. And if they score off this, and Crockett is known for that, they'll take advantage of your mistakes. The defense still has time to rise to the occasion. Wide outs to either side. H-back to the left. Hand the ball to the big running back going off the left side. And he's going to be stopped short. He's going to get down, maybe pick up a yard from the 3 down to the 2, where it'll be 2nd and goal. Again, the Tigers could use a great defensive stand here, goal line stand. I know I'm stating the obvious. That's exactly what we need right here. One wide to either side, wing to the left, shotgun formation. Quarterback's going to hand it to his running back, going off the left side, and he stays on his feet, pushes, and he's going to be stopped short again, but he gained a couple more yards. He's going to be down close to, let's see where they spot it. Yeah, going to be at the 2, so I think he was at the 3, so he picks up about a yard, but it'll be 3rd and goal from the 2 for the Cavaliers. Huge 3rd down play for Ripley. Wide outs to either side. H-back to the left. And the quarterback hands it to his big guy going off the right side, and he does not get in. Looks like he's just going to be 4th and about 2, no gain. So it'll be 4th and goal now. And I think there's a timeout being called. We'll keep it here. As Crockett takes a timeout, it's going to be 4th and goal from the 2. As they started inside the 5, the Tigers' defense is so far has stiffened up in the red zone. Again, I want to mention our Ripley High School 2024 cheerleaders. They are coached by Coach Bailey Ream, and they are Kaylin Perkins, Lexi Latham, Keegan Gaines, Maddie Turner, Taylor Ray Burks, Briley Ray, Emerson Payton, Zoe Latham, Carly Hutchins, Emma Heath, Reagan Conrad, Dariana Robbins, Kaylee Pittman, Julia Manley, Allie Henderson, Cheyenne Houston, Linda Burham, Alyssa Boyd, Lanny Wood. And the captains are Rhett White and Aisha Body. So congratulations to all those fine young ladies. They do a great job for the Ripley Tigers, and appreciate everything they do. All right, here we go, 4th and goal. it appears that the offense comes back out on the field. So let's see if the Ripley Tigers can hold them out one more time. You don't want to jump off sides here. They got one wide to the right. Everybody else in tight. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. He has one wing. He switches them from the left to the right. Takes a snap. And he hands it to his running back. He's stopped. He is stopped. Does not get in. So the Ripley Tiger defense stands tall. One of the Ripley Tigers is hopping off. I'm not sure who that is. But the Tigers stand tall. Now we got to get out of the shadow of our own end zone. But can't credit the defense enough. I mean, we gave up a big gash earlier, but when it really mattered, they stood up and did a fantastic job. So thankful the Ripley Tiger defense is really playing well and keeping us in this ball game. And fortunately with the lead. All right, the Tigers have the ball, 1st and 10 from their own 2-yard line. 2 wide to either side. Quarterback stands in the end zone, takes a snap, hands it to his running back. He's got a nice hole off the left side. He breaks across the 20, the 10, and the 15, and fumbles the ball as he crosses the 15, and Crockett County gets it back. He had a 1st down and then fumbled when he hit the ground, and the ball comes out. Crockett County picks it up. Now they have an opportunity to go back on offense again. What I started to say earlier, you can probably hear, and it's very well insulated in here, there's a fantastic crowd here at Crockett County. And I would love to see Ripley people support Ripley football the way Halls does, the way Crockett does, the way Covington does, the way Haywood does. We've got as much pride as they do, and we need to show it. So if you can come to any of the games, please try to come and support the Tigers. 2 wide to the right, 1 to the left. And play is stopped by the referee. Haven't seen any call. Maybe they were setting the clock. It's 1:08 on the clock in the 3rd quarter. Ripley's leading 14-10. Crockett has the ball 1st and 10 from their own 10 or 15-yard line. Take the ball, hand to the running back, going around right side, trying to get the edge, and he runs over one of our players and is brought down, but not until he gets inside the 10-yard line down to the 6. He ran over. Let's see, he's slow about getting up too. Not sure who that is, but it was a heck of a collision. They did not get the touchdown, but they back again, 1st and goal inside the 5. Well, they say the ball is spotted at the 6, so it'll be 1st and goal from the 6. I think the injured player for the Tigers, I believe that's Hurdle. Yeah, it was Hurdle. He gets up under his own power. As old folks say, but used to play back in the day, he got his bell rung. All right, so after this timeout, the result of it is Crockett got the 1st down. They'll have it 1st and goal. They'll have the ball at the Tiger 6-yard line with 48 seconds to go in the 3rd. They trail the Tigers 14-10. Crockett to the line. 2 wide left, 1 to the right. They've got the running back in at quarterback this time, the wild gun or wild tiger, I call it. I guess it'd be the wild cavalier. And he mishandles the ball, but he comes down with it, and he's running off the left side. He picks up, if anything, maybe a yard, about a half a yard. I don't think he made it down to the 5. Let's see where the spot will be. Good job by the Tiger defense. He mishandled the snap, kind of bobbled it before he could get started running, and we've got another injured Tiger down. Hopefully these are just cramps. Looks like the ball's going to be spotted about the 7, so he may have lost a yard on that play. Can't tell at this point if it's a cramp. Must not be a leg cramp if it is. Looks like they're working with his left arm or shoulder. But there's 28 seconds left in this third quarter. Crockett has the ball. Well, they've got it, I believe it's 2nd and goal from the 7. And the Tigers lead 14-10. Still working with the injured player. I'm going to take time to thank all the sponsors for WTRB and Tiger TV. Without y'all, obviously, none of these broadcasts would be possible, so appreciate all the sponsors and appreciate especially all the listeners that they like to keep up with Ripley football. Sit at home and watch the game, but there's nothing like being there. Yeah, I know sometimes, like last week, it was pretty hot. But homecoming is just a few weeks away. I think we've got one more game on the road next week, and then we'll be at home for 2 games. And the second game of the home two-game stretch is homecoming against Liberty. So we'd love to have a great crowd. I'd like to have a great crowd for all the games, but those 2 games when we come back, hopefully we can have a great crowd there and support these Tigers. I always tell people, I wanted people to come out and support my kids when they played, so I try to come out and support the other kids that need supporting when I don't have kids playing. So just support the Tigers any way you can, but coming to the game would be a great way to do that. But if you can't come, you do always have this avenue. The good thing about it is if you come and watch it, you can always go back and see anything that you missed on Tiger TV. All right, play is about to resume. It'll be 2nd and goal from 6 for the Cavaliers. 2 wide left, 1 to the right. They've still got the Wildcat or the Wild Cavalier in at quarterback. Well, actually, they have him and the quarterback back there, so I'm not sure he's going to take the snap. Now they move one of their wide outs from the left. They move him to the right. So 2 wide to the right, 1 to the left, and the Wildcat is the one taking the snap. So he's going to run it himself right off the left side, and he's going to walk into the end zone. With 15 seconds to go in the third quarter, Crockett is going to take a 16-14 lead over the Tigers, and we got sucked in on that one bad because when he got to the 3-yard line, he just trotted into the end zone. Nobody close enough to catch him. Exposed a little weakness, I guess, we had on our defense that we haven't seen very much of. Still a lot of football left to play. We've got a whole another quarter left, but the Cavaliers can take the lead 17-14 with this extra point. And here his kick is up, and it is good. So they do take a 17-14 lead over the Ripley Tigers with 15 seconds to go in the third. We'll hold it here and take our break at the end of the third quarter. So again, a lot of football left. So let's support these Tigers. All these kids, they work really hard, and they work hard year round. As soon as I think they usually take off until Thanksgiving. Sometimes they finish the second week in November, sometimes the third. So they get a week or 2 off, and then they're right back working in the weight room and doing conditioning and doing things like that. So it's a year-round effort and commitment for these kids. And of course, they still got to go to school and do all the other things that all the other kids do. So I think they deserve some support. So please support the Ripley High School Tigers, and not only in football, support the Ripley Tigers, all the young people, because the young people today are the leaders of tomorrow. All right, Crockett to kick off with 15 seconds to go from the near hash mark in the third quarter, leading 14-17. And here's the kick. It's going into the end zone. No, it goes out again. He's kicking them very long, but he's just not kicking them very straight. So that the Tigers will be blessed with good field position again, as they'll get the ball at their own 35-yard line to start this series. No time goes off the clock because it wasn't touched in bounds. So the Tigers have a play in the third quarter, and then we'll get ready for the fourth quarter. And that's the one you want to be on top at the end of. So Ripley will come to the line with 2 wide to the left, 2 wide to the right. Thompson stands at Smith's left. He's in the court, in the gun. Puts Deloach in motion, hands it to him. Jet sweep. He breaks a couple of tackles, runs through another tackle, and gets out, picks up about 9 yards as he makes. It looked like he was going to be tackled for maybe a loss or maybe a yard gain, but and that kid's just a motor. He wouldn't quit. I think he picks up 8 or 9 yards off of it. And I know that is the last play, but we have an injured player down. See if we can tell you who that is. I think it's a Crockett County player. And I believe it is. It looks like a maroon jersey, as Crockett is in all maroon helmet, jerseys, and pants with white numbers. Ripley in all white. But that is the end of the third quarter. So we'll take a 1-minute timeout and be back with the fourth and final quarter right after this. We are back with the fourth quarter here in Crockett County, Tennessee, as the Ripley Tigers have traveled to Alamo to take on the Cavaliers. Cavaliers 1-0, Ripley 0-1. We are beginning of the fourth quarter. Ripley has the ball at the 44-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 1, and they trail the Cavaliers 14-17. Ripley's going to have 2 wide to the left and 1 wide to the right. And Deloach, he's out there in kind of a slot wide out, or actually just a wide out. He's just off the line. So 2 wide to either side. Smith takes a snap, and he mishandles it, and we have to just fall on it. I mean, that one, the ball hit him in the hands. I don't know if he's looking for what he's going to do next before he secures the ball, but and we've had some not the best snaps in the world, but that was a great snap, and it cost us about 5 yards. The Tigers back to the line. The ball is at the 38-yard line. Their own 38. 3 wide right, 1 to the left. He takes a high snap this time, handles it, rolls to his right, looking to throw, and he was throwing for Deloach, and he leads him a little bit too much, and the ball sails out of bounds. And so now we went from a 2nd and 1 to a 4th and 7. So the Tigers are obviously in a punting situation. We just keep sputtering. We get good drives going, but we just, sometimes we can't get out of our own way, as they say. But as long as we get the W out of this, we'll live and learn. We'll do that either way. So Will Maynard punting for the Tigers. He'll be standing back at his own 25-yard line. Takes a snap, gets another good punt off, a high, long punt, backs him all the way up to the 20. He's going to the far sideline, was a block in the back, and they didn't call it. He gets out to the 30, where he's brought down with a nice tackle. I believe that was number 42 on the tackle for the Tigers, which is Daquan Robertson. He is a senior, 5'11", 180 pounds, and we do have a Tiger down. He gets up under his own power. So again, the score, Ripley 14, Crockett 17, 10:56 to go in the game. I guess Crockett took a timeout. Ball at the 31-yard line of the Cavaliers. Where they have it 1st and 10. 2 wide to the right, 2 wide to the left. Quarterback takes a snap, hands it to his running back. The big guy going up the gut. and picks up about 8 or 9 right up the gut at the heart of that Tiger defense. So to the 40-yard line, about an 8-yard pickup, maybe 9 from the spot. So it'll bring up 2nd and 1, just about in the same position we were last time. 2 wide to either side. Take the snap, they hand it to the big guy again, going up the gut. He's got the first down as he crosses out to the 45-yard line. That's enough for a first down. That'll move the sticks. Another thing that they have here at Crockett County, other than the digital scoreboard and the way they've redone everything here, is they have these LED lights that they can program, and of course when Crockett gets a touchdown they flash on and off kind of like strobe lights, and I think they do colors, do a lot of different things, but a great facility here in Crockett County. All right, they come to the line, 1st and 10, 2 wide to either side. Ripley showing blitz, and I think he went a little too quick. I think he got across the line. Yeah, it's going to be offside against the defense. He was in the neutral zone by the time the ball was snapped. Trying to time it out, and if he'd have been a split second later, he would have made a great play. But split second too quick, drew a flag. So it'll make it now 1st and 5, ball resting right on the 50-yard line. Two wide outs to either side. Quarterback drops straight back, looking to throw. Now he's flushed out of the pocket. And he's run to his right. He's brought into a Tiger. He go catch him for a loss. Back at the 40-yard line, he's going to lose about 10 yards on the play, way back out of the sticks. I think they're going to say he's down at the 41. So he goes from the Tigers' 41 back to his own 41. Where it is 2nd and 14. Ten seconds on the play clock. 2 wide to either side. Down to 6. They get it off and they throw. It's a swing pass. No, the quarterback fakes it. Now he's throwing long downfield. He's got a man, but we got 2 defenders, but he comes down with it. He goes up between our 2 defenders and comes down with the ball. We had people there. We just didn't make the play. That one hurt. We were actually, I thought we had a chance to intercept the ball, but at the very least knock it down. So Crockett County moves down close to the red zone. The ball's going to be spotted at the 21 of the Tigers, 1st and 10. And Ripley takes a timeout. Don't blame them. I'll try to find some more scores. All right, let's see. Let me get it refreshed. Okay, here we go. Hall's 47-0. 37-6. Haywood over Memphis. Halls is playing Rossville Christian Academy. Dyersburg 42-6 over Lake County. Jackson Northside 21-6 over Liberty. Westview 64-0 at halftime over Obion County. USJ 28, Union City 17. Covington 36, Brighton 0. That's in the 2nd quarter. West Carroll 14, Harding Academy 3. Tipton Rosemark 7, Gibson County 0. Lexington getting beat 22-0 by Decatur County right now. All right, here come the Cavaliers up to the line. 2 wide to either side. Man in motion from right to left. They hand the ball to the big fullback, and he's hit and eat up in the backfield. Number 72 and Austin Thompson, number 7, were both there. 72 for the Tigers, who also had been playing center for the Tigers. That's Dalton Wilson. He's a 6'3", 295-pound senior, and they catch him back behind the line for about a 3-yard loss, where it will bring up 2nd down and 13. We definitely don't need to let them get another score and make us have to score twice when we only have 7 minutes and 35 seconds left to go in this game. 2 wide left, 1 to the right, wing to the left. Quarterback hands it in a kind of a misdirection play. He's got a wide open space. Nobody's going to touch him. That was a misdirection play. Crockett County seems like they get us every year on misdirection plays. The quarterback ran to his left, and everybody pulled to his left, and he just handed it to the fullback or the running back, going back to the right, and nothing there but green grass. So now the Cavaliers are on top of the Tigers 23-14 with 7:16 to go. So the Tigers got their work cut out for them now. They've dug a hole. Cavaliers in to attempt the PAT. Snap is no good, and it was actually kicked, even though it hit the ground, but it's no good. So that will keep the score at 23-14. But we'll take a 30-second timeout and be back right after this. 7:16 to go. As we kick the ball off, or Crockett kicks it off to us. Again, we got to get points on this drive because we may not get but one more opportunity to get the ball back, and we need points every drive. And there's the kick, and it's another long one, and it's going to be taken in the end zone. DeLoach was going to run it out, but he had a foot back in the end zone, so that makes it a touchback. It'll come out to the 20, and Ripley will have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 20 with 7:14 to go in the game, trailing 23-14. Tigers will come with 2 wide to the right, 2 wide to the left. Smith in the gun. Thompson stands to his left. Hands the ball to Thompson, trying to get outside. He gets the edge. He turns up. A flag's come out. He's go down the sideline. He's not knocked out of bounds until he crosses the 35, but a flag comes out in the backfield, and it's probably going to be a hold against the Tigers. Not only bring it back, but back it up some too. And that's what it is. Sometimes when it rains, it pours. We just got to overcome. 7:05 to go. That's going to back the ball up. Going to put the ball at the 10-yard line where it will be 1st and 20 for the Tigers. Need a big play. 2 wide to either side. Smith takes a snap. He fakes the handoff and keeps it himself going up the gut. Nice gain of 5 or 6 yards, about 4 or 5 yards. We need bigger chunks than that. 6 minutes and 40 seconds to go in this game, trailing by 9. Again, 2 wides, 2 wide outs to either side. Smith in the gun. 7:30 to go in the game. Trailing by 9. Takes a snap. Looking to throw. Looking. Rolls to his right. Now he throws. And it's complete. It dropped at the last minute. It was going to be at the 25-yard line. And it was intended for DeLoach. And it was one of those sideline catches. He was going to have to almost stand in bounds and reach out and catch it. And I guess it led him just a little bit too much. Or forward progress momentum carried him out of bounds. But it does fall incomplete, so now it will make it 2nd down, or check that, 3rd down and 17. This is pretty much could be your ball game here. Wide outs, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Quarterback looking to throw, looking flushed out. No, now you're going to throw over the middle, and falls incomplete. I wasn't sure if it was intended for number 3 or 4. 4 got a hand on it, which is hurdle, but it falls incomplete, so the Tigers have got to punt now. So the only hope they've got is to get a quick 3 and out against Crockett County, because they've got to have 2 possessions unless the defense scores again, which we did that last week. So hopefully this would be a great time to do it again. So Maynard will stand back at the goal line. Punt the ball away for the Tigers. The return man for the Cavaliers stands back at the 50. Tigers run a man on late. Yep, and there comes the flag for the late, which is probably, he punts it, it rolls across the 50 and out of bounds, but we run a man in late. He never got set, so we're going to back up 5 yards and do it again, it looks like. And we just everything hadn't really meshed yet. So we'll replay that down 5 yards further back. And so now it will make it 4th and 17. Or will it? Okay, it's declined. So they're going to take the ball where it rolled out of bounds, which is, see where they spot it. Looks like it's going to be, they're going to have great field position. They're going to be on the Tigers. No, here we go. He's moving it now. Thought he was going to put it down on our end of the field. But at least he goes back to the other side to the 41-yard line. So that's where the Cavaliers will have it with 6:01 to go in the ball game. They have the ball and the lead, 23-14. They send 2 wide to the right, 1 to the left. Wing to the left. Puts the wing man in motion. Quarterback has a toss sweep coming this way. And a great job out there by number 2, Sammy Smith, bringing him down for a loss behind the line. He actually had a blocker on him. He fought the blocker off and was able to make the tackle. That is an outstanding play for number 2, Sammy Smith. So he loses about 3, bringing up 2nd down and 13, but 5:37 on the clock. Those are the numbers that are hurting you the most right now as far as getting back into the game. Obviously, they're not in any hurry. 2 wide left, 1 to the right. Cavaliers run the ball right up the gut, and he picks up about what they lost. But as long as they're running the ball, that clock continues to run. And we've got 2 timeouts left, and they've got 2 left. All right, it's 3rd down and 10, so we need to obviously stop them and probably work the sidelines and use our timeouts sparingly. 3 wide left, 1 to the right. Quarterback takes a snap, looking to throw. He's chased out of the pocket, almost caught in the backfield. He dumps it off to his running back, who gets back. Oh, he didn't get the first down, but he crossed out to the 48-yard line, where we'll make it 4th down, but it'll make it 4th and short. It was 3rd and 10. It's going to make it 4th and about 1 yard or 2 yards. Well, check that. It's sitting at the 48 now, so it'll be 3 yards. But they're going for it. This is another play that could be pivotal in the ball game, one way or the other. We almost jumped off sides that time, but we didn't. They tried to draw us off. We moved, but we didn't jump. 7 seconds on the clock, and they call a timeout. No, they just changed the play. Check that. Try and still get the Tigers to jump, and a flag comes out, and they say it's a timeout. I think maybe the clock was about to expire, and they called timeout right before. So I think that flag's going to be waved off. But it's only 3:46 left in the game. Crockett will have the ball 4th down and about 3 at their own 48-yard line. And they have the lead 23-14. Again, the Tigers have played really good defense for the most part. You know, left in the game. Crockett leads 23-14. They have the ball at their own 48-yard line, 4th down and 3. They line everybody in tight. Oh, check that. I've got something blocking the window blocking in the middle. They've got a punter back. Let's see if they try to draw us off sides on the punt. No, low snap, but he gets it away. A low one, and it's going to roll back to number 4, and he's going to pick it up and just turns up and picks it up at around the 12, gets it out to around the 17-yard line. That was Hurdle. So the Tigers have 3 minutes, 33 seconds left in this ball game, and they trail by 9, 23-14. As they go back on offense. It's been a good game. It's been a fun game to watch. Lead changed hands 3 times so far. The Tigers have everybody out, empty backfield. Quarterback takes a high snap. He rolls to his right, looking to throw. Now he does throw. Intercepted. Throws an interception. He's going to be tackled by Deloach, who the ball was intended for. And that's pretty much going to seal the game. Not sure if it was a bad throw or a bad route or whatever it was. It was bad. So that's gonna pretty much be the nail in the coffin for the Ripley Tigers. Tigers played a good game, took the lead, had the lead at halftime, and like I said, we've just had problems finishing drives, and especially defense. We play well most of the game, but we just have breakdowns at certain times. And a team that's well coached like Crockett, they'll take advantage of any mistakes you make. And let's see, we'll be 1st and goal. 1st and 10. They'll have the ball at the 13-yard line, and they'll send 2 wide to the right, wing to the right. Quarterback takes snap, hand to his running back, going off the right side. He's not going to go anywhere. Gets about to the line of scrimmage, where he's brought down by number 42 of the Tigers. And I think they're trying to run the timeout, which they don't like. They don't have to take long to do that. 42 seconds. 42 was DeQuinn Robertson. He is a senior, 5'11", 185. Two wide to the right. Same play. Goes off the right side. Going to be met by a host of Tigers for no gain. I think they're happy with that as we go down to 2:33. Next Friday night, the Ripley Tigers will travel to Bolivar to take on Bolivar Central. So make your plans now. The Tigers have 2 away games, this one and one next week, and then we'll have 2 home games. So remember, next Friday night, make your plans to travel to Bolivar and watch and cheer on the Ripley Tigers. Then the following week, we will be back at home against McNary Central. That is on Friday, September the 13th. And then on the 20th is homecoming, Ripley versus Liberty. So keep those dates in mind and come out and support the Ripley Tigers. It's going to be 3rd down and 10 for Crockett County. They have the ball at the Tiger 14. 2:33 left in the game. Two wide left, two wide right. Quarterback still in the gun. Puts a man in motion. And they hand it to him. And it's a reverse coming back this way. And we've got one man that can potentially stop him, and he's not going to do it. Those misdirection plays, seems like Crockett does that to us every year. And there is a late, we got unsportsmanlike conduct call against us again. And that does make the score now 29-14. It makes the game sound a lot worse than what it was. As they get ready for their point after, the quarterback ran to his right, handed it off to a running back going back to his left, and then he handed it off to a wide out coming back across to the right. And everybody sucked in. Nobody played contain. And he basically walked into the end zone. Still haven't seen him put the points up on the board yet. Referees are having a conference. All right, now we'll get the call. Okay, they did not get the touchdown because it was holding on the offense, and then unsportsmanlike conduct against Ripley. So that will give them, well, let's see how that works out. It'd be a 10-yard penalty and a 15-yard penalty. 10 going back and 15 going forward, so let's see what they do. All right, they mark it off the 10, which takes it to the 24. I'm guessing they'll mark it off 15 and the other way. So he's going to move it from the 24 all the way down to the 12. So that gives them a new set of downs. First and 10 from the 12-yard line. No, check that. It'll be 3rd down and 10 from a 12-yard. 3rd down and 8 from a 12-yard line. That score did not count. So far, it's still 23-14 with 2:22 to go in the game. 2 wide left, 1 to the right. And that's the quarterback's going to take it himself. Well, that's the running back, and he goes right up the gut, gets down to about the 10, where he'll be stopped, and it'll be 4th down. And Ripley will take a timeout. Ripley has 1 left. Crockett does not have any. But it does appear it's going to be 4th down and 8 from the 10-yard line for the Cavaliers. Not giving up easy, I'll say that. I think the effort is there by the kids for the most part. We're just making some mistakes that we probably shouldn't be making at this point. We've got a long season, so we got a lot to get together, but a lot of time to get it together, but we've got a lot to get together, especially on the offensive side of the ball. All right, when play resumes, it'll be 2:09 left in the game. It'll be 4th down and 6 for the Cavaliers at the Tiger 10-yard line. Both teams make their way back on the field. Ball just about in the middle of the field. I don't see a field goal unit coming in, so it appears they're going for it. Again, Crockett is a 4A school. Ripley's a 3A school. And, that makes a difference. But by the same token, each one of them only putting 11 on the field. All right, here come the Cavaliers. Quarterback rolls to his right, looking to throw. Now he's going to pull it down and run it. He's going to be hit and knocked out of bounds And so the ball will go over on downs to the Ripley Tigers. They'll have the ball at their own 5-yard line with 2 minutes and 1 second left in this ball game, trailing 23-14. We need a 10-point play. Ripley has one more shot on offense. Tigers to the line. Takes a snap. Smith does in the end zone, throwing it long downfield. He's got a man, and it's intercepted again. No, is it intercepted or fall to the ground? It is intercepted. So the Cavaliers pick it off again. Not the way the Tigers wanted to end this game. And we have an injured Tiger down on the field. I think that was the intended receiver. Trying to see who that is. I hope it's, or I thought, I know Hurdles was out in the area, I thought, but I didn't see who the injured player is. We'll see if we can get that for you here in just a moment. Doesn't appear that they're working with him like it's a cramp. Hopefully it's not anything serious. When play resumes, it'll be 1:54 to go in the game. Ripley trails 23-14. And they've got the ball and just a minute 54 to work with, trailing by 9. They continue to work with the Ripley injured player. Like they may be about ready to get him up. Maybe not. Looks like he's laying face down. And they're still working with him. I think I heard one of the coaches on the top say that was J.Q. Hurdle. Hopefully everything's okay. He is an athlete. We definitely don't need to lose him. Great basketball player as well. Well, I tell you, we're going to take a 30-second timeout, and maybe longer if it takes a little bit longer to get him off the field. We'll keep you up to date, and we'll come back just as soon as we get close to time for play to resume. So we'll be back in just a moment. Okay, we're back, and my understanding is that was who we thought it was for the Tigers, which was number 4. I forgot his number. J.Q. Hurdle, yeah, number 4. Preliminary, from what I hear, it sounded like he had whiplash and maybe hit his head on the turf. I don't know, maybe a concussion. And they did take him off in a stretcher by ambulance, but my impression was, from what I was told, it was precautionary more than anything. But one of the things that stood out to me the most is number 7 for the Cavaliers. That was he's the one that ran the Wildcat tonight, and I think scored a touchdown. He left his sideline and went over to where the injured player was for Ripley Hurdle, and bent down and said something to him, and then kind of walked back. And got to say that the crowd here was super respectful, just very quiet during that whole time. All the players on their knees, and again, that number 7, he showed a lot of class, competing against him, and then going out and checking on him, or giving him some kind of encouragement. So we are finally back ready for the last minute and 54 seconds. Ripley trails 23-14, and a big hand by the Crockett County team for clapping for Hurdle when he left the field, and clapping for the Ripley Tigers when they come back. So, classy place to play. Not the easiest place to play, but a classy place to play. All right, it's going to be first. No, check that. Let's see. Yeah, 1st and 10, and the quarterback's just going to kneel on the ball and down it back across the 40 to the 41-yard line. They're content to run the clock out, and I'm sure Ripley is too. Obviously, that last play, you never know. It could have made a difference in the game, but you don't want anybody to get hurt this late in the game on your team or the other team. And I think it's just, of course, Coach Ward, according to Coach Cruz, he should say he's the dean of West Tennessee high school football. And he's a class act, came here from Camden, I believe. And they're letting the clock run down, milking it down as we go to about 1 minute and 10 seconds, and then he'll snap the ball, and there we go, and he downs it again. And so he should do that 1, maybe 2 more times. He should have to just probably do it 1 more time. And everybody quiet here, as you can see here, because I've actually got the window open now, so you can hear the crowd if they were making any noise. So, and Crockett's just right across the river from us, and right down Highway 88, right through Frog Jump. And it's not the most urban place in the world. It's pretty rural, but it's a great community. I got to say, a lot of respect for the people here as we down the ball 1 more time. And it's 32 seconds on the game clock, and 38 on the play clock. So that will be the last play of the game. And Ripley's going to fall short and fall to 0-2 in 2 games that they could have won. They could have won either one of them. I thought last week we definitely had a better chance at beating Southside, but we led in this game and just made some mistakes and gave it away. Hopefully Hurdle will be safe, will be okay, and he'll be able to be back soon. Again, next Friday night, the Ripley Tigers will travel as they will take on Bolivar Central on September the 6th in Bolivar. So make your plans now to support the Ripley High School Tigers and travel to Bolivar. And let's see if we can get us a win there. Well, that's going to do it here from Crockett County. Again, the final score, 23-14, the Cavaliers over the Tigers. Everybody have a great Labor Day weekend. Be safe, have a good time. Good night, and God bless.